Welcome to the Erica Glessing Show, where you receive 8 minutes of inspiration. And my guest today is truly inspirational. I love the fact that she is an author and a speaker, and she carries her messages to change other people's lives. So what could be better than that? Welcome, Ira Roach. How are you, Ira?
I'm fine. Yourself?
I'm all right. I'm kind of, my kids are driving me nuts today, just on a tangent.
Right.
I chose to do recordings on a day when they were home from school. Oops.
Yeah. Challenging, right?
I know. So tell me a little bit about just becoming a public speaker. A lot of the people who are listening might really desire to do that, but just somehow haven't gotten it done, or they're scared. Or what can you tell someone who's seeking to start becoming a public speaker?
The most basic advice I can give is get with someone who has done it and done it well. That can help you craft what you have inside of you already and help it train you to where you're trying to go. So that's like the basic, get with those people who are already doing it. So
now let's say you're good at public speaking. How do you communicate that to like groups, or how do you get in front of bodies?
2015, I received my first coach. I didn't know, I've heard of coaching. I didn't really know what coaching was. And I actually was in the faith-based community. So for me, it was a little different. So my coach asked one question. He said, how can you add more value to more people in less time? So I thought it was a trick question, but I don't know, but what he was saying was that the power of the internet. Now, exactly what you're doing with podcasting, you can do video blogs, you can get in groups on Facebook, and they have all of that. You can get on Instagram, you can be on Twitter. Almost everything has a platform where people can see you. And so you first of all have to know your niche, and if it's female entrepreneurs, you Google it and see where there are meetups in your local community, or where they're hosting something that might be interested in you and what you have in your program. And so that's how you get in front of bodies, and you get trained how to connect with the people, and the rest of it's history.
That is so fun. So tell me a little bit, if someone's waking up and they're just kind of like blah in their business, or they're blah in their life, how can they wake up? Like how like people just sometimes like, it's not they want to give up, but they're like, I tried this and I tried that. And like, like my ship isn't coming in yet.
I was there in 2017. I had, like I said, I had tried to do the whole public speaking, and I had a coach in 2015, but there was one thing I did not master well, and that was the action plans that he gave me. I did not follow those action plans because I was not committed. So if there's one thing you have to be committed. And I'm sure people like you and myself, we have committed everything to everybody else, to kids, to family, to friends, to jobs, and we find it very hard to commit to ourselves. And so in becoming a better version of us, we have to commit that time. And so the first thing I did was try to find someone who was doing the same thing that I was doing, but was doing it better. And so, because I was at my rock bottom, I was like, oh my God, I actually had a seminar, paid for the venue and had breakfast, and I did everything I was supposed to do. I did the marketing and advertising, and guess what happened? No one showed up.
Oh my goodness. Not one.
And so immediately I'm like, oh my God, I got to do something. I know this is my gift. I know I have a story to tell the world. And so what I did was enlist in, well, this word is I had to invest in me. And so I found the Les Brown group. And Les Brown is one of the world's best motivational speakers. And he was offering an institute at the time. And so I said, you know what, let me get this second job. And I began to invest in myself, and the rest is history. And it kind of brought me around people. We had a certification event. It was awesome. And so now it built my confidence. It showed me how to give you the information I'm giving you. And so now it's more or less, I'm just trying to make sure I get on a platform that has my message.
You know, I think for me, one of the key turning points was, this is the strangest aha moment. It was so weird. I mean, it's like, you know how like something kind of sneaks up and all of a sudden it bites you in the butt?
Right.
Like I was sitting there and I realized suddenly I'm doing what I love and there's infinite capacity for earning in that. And I went, huh. And I just hadn't really seen it. Like I kept thinking I'd have to go back to real estate to actually make money. Or I'd have to go back and get a job to actually make money.
Yeah.
Or I'd have to go back like to actually make money. And I'd made it this big thing. And I started looking at realistically how many people were actually, you know, funding book publishing with me or podcast creation with me, or how many people were actually funding buying my books.
Yeah.
And I went, so I'm actually doing what I love and getting paid. Now I just need to scale it up. Like it's like what I want for people who are listening, you're an entrepreneur, you've chosen to do what you love. You have infinite earning capacity. And then whatever's stopping you, it's like you just can't be in that space of being stopped. The minute you sit in that space of being stopped and get a pity party, you know, that pity party can be 3 months and then you've got no money at all.
Yeah, you're right. Absolutely right. Absolutely. I was there at that pity party. And that's what happened.
Right.
That's what happened.
Right. So anyone who's listening, just kind of, I want to, one of the things that Ira shared that I really am terrible at is is like going out and being around people.
Yeah.
So I heard you say like looking for a meetup, doing a certification event with real people, because I'm so isolated in my little pretty ivory tower here.
Well, you know, I'm going to be honest. Coming from a small town of maybe, I don't know, it's probably 6,000, and our state is even smaller, you know.
Wow.
I'm not used to crowds, and I hated my little voice. I hated it. It kept me back for years. Yeah, I hated it. And
you hated your voice.
I hated my voice. For instance, you know, you said, you know, most people would say, because my voice is so high, it's a female, but I'm not. And that's what makes it so. I didn't want to talk in front of people because I'm like, everybody's going to talk about me. But they taught me, they taught me how to value what I had. And so when I went to the certification, I found out that these little people that I've been around didn't support me like these people that I don't even know. Yeah. These people really want to see you win. Like, look at you. Like, I don't even know. This is my first time meeting you. And it's like a connection. And I'm like, wow, someone else.
Yeah, you're going to have a podcast soon.
Yeah. Someone else that has kind of leveraged me up, you know?
Right.
So that's what got me through that. Right. It's people waiting to meet you that you would think, you know, because I'm an introvert too, actually. Yeah. I'm really a big introvert. But I went to that certification and I really found people that connected with me. And it was from there. Like if I didn't go to that certification, I wouldn't be talking to you right now. There's no way.
That is amazing. No. Well, listen, Ira, why don't you tell everyone how they can reach you, find you, and maybe bring you in as a public speaker to inspire their audiences.
Thank you so much. You can reach me on my website at www.iraroach123.com. And I'm also on Twitter, and I'm also on Instagram and Facebook, the same tagline. And LinkedIn as well. Yes. Yeah. And I also have a book out, actually. It's called Daddy Knows Best. It just was released, I want to say, Saturday. And it's a book geared towards the absenteeism of fathers. And so this book kind of tries to give those fathers some information on how important their presence is. So
amazing. Well, I'm not surprised there's a book in you because I sent to have a book magnet in my forehead. Yes. So we'll make sure to post a picture of your book next to the interview. And thank you so much for coming, Ira.
You as well. Thank you for having me.